So one of the most commonly asked questions that I get around sleep is, why do I keep waking up during the night? How do I stop waking up? So there's two types of insomnia. There's sleep onset insomnia, where you have trouble falling asleep, and then there's sleep maintenance insomnia, where you wake up. And what you might have found is that if you wake during the night, that it can usually be around the same time. So often people report, I wake up at 4 minutes past 2, I wake up, look at the clock, it's the same time every single night, and then you're awake for up to an hour, for some people more, and then maybe you nod off kind of close to your alarm. So it can be really frustrating and leave you feeling really tired during the day. Now, the reason why this happens is that actually your body clock is getting into a pattern. So although it's a habit and a pattern that you don't want, actually it is one that is being repeated night after night, and that's why it becomes a pattern. So for example, if I was to set my alarm for 3 a.m. for a week, then probably next week I wouldn't need to set my alarm anymore. I would just wake naturally at 3 a.m. My body would assume it's what I want to do and would carry on doing it. So what's happening for you at the moment is you're waking up during the night, whether it be once or a few times, and you're getting into a routine. So you probably wake up, the first thing you probably do is have a look at the time. When we look at the time, we're kind of concreting that pattern. We're saying, yep, this is the right thing to do. We're going to look at the time, and we're teaching our body clock to carry on waking up. The second thing that we do is, after we've seen the time, it can start our mind racing. So we start to worry about how we're going to feel the next day and how much time we've got left to sleep. So suddenly our body, our heart rate is rising, our adrenaline response is kicking in, and none of those things are conducive to getting back to sleep. So my top tip for how you can stop waking so much during the night is actually to reduce the amount of time that you have in bed. So if on average you're awake for, let's say, an hour during the night, and I don't want you to clock watch for that, but if you estimate it's probably around an hour, then one of the things that you can do is actually shorten the time in bed by an hour. So go to bed a bit later, wake up a little bit earlier, set your alarm a little bit earlier. And what you're trying to do is actually compress your sleep so that your body realizes, I don't have time to be awake in the night because I'm not going to go to bed any earlier. I'm not going to get up any later. I only have this one window of time. The longer you have out of bed and the shorter you have in bed, the stronger that drive is. So if you think of it like an appetite, at the moment you're waking up because your appetite for sleep is not strong enough to help you go all the way through the night. But actually what you can do by going to bed later and waking up earlier is produce a much stronger appetite so that actually you sleep through, or when you wake up you go back to sleep quicker. Combine that with not looking at the clock and you will find that you wake less and you fall asleep quicker. If you find this useful, please share with anybody else who has problems waking during the night. And do comment, ask any questions, and I'll get back to you. And if you would like to find out more about other techniques and tools that you can use to further improve your sleep and your sleep quality, then I would love you to register for my free sleep webinar. Details below.